The most basic human desire on the planet is to feel like we belong. And we have the innate ability to find those things and to sense that. This is the reason why this could not be recreated over our computers. It's because as human beings, it's our biology that gives us this ability. It's this ability to read each other. You know, the blogosphere gets very upset at me when I talk about this and how, you cannot replace these human experiences and these human feelings over the internet. They get very mad at me. And yet, every single year, 20,000 bloggers descend on Las Vegas to have a huge big conference they call Blogsphere, Blog World. My question is, why couldn't they do it online? It's because nothing can recreate that sense of human being, of human coming together. Nothing I'm telling you is my opinion. It's actually grounded in the tenets of biology. If you look at a cross-section of the human brain, looking from the top down, you see that the human brain evolved into 3 major areas that corresponds precisely with this little idea. The outside area is our neocortex, our Homo sapien brain, responsible for all of our rational and analytical thought and language. The middle 2 sections make up our limbic brains, and our limbic brains are responsible for all of our feelings, like trust and loyalty. It's also responsible for all human behavior, all decision making, and it has no capacity for language. This is the reason you can't ask people, why do you do business with us? Why do you like us? They can't tell you. The part of the brain that controls behavior doesn't control language, and so they rationalize. This is the reason why the question, why do you love your husband or why do you love your wife, is a difficult question. Why do you love your wife? I don't know. That's where most people start. And then they start saying things, they start rationalizing. She's fun, I've known her forever, she's always there for me when I need her. It sounds like the household pet. And those aren't necessarily the qualities for marriage. My sister says of my brother-in-law, I never imagined I'd marry a guy like him. Right? What she's saying is, before I got married, I had a list of all the attributes I wanted in my future husband. And he's got none of them. And yet I fell in love with him anyway. I want to spend the rest of my life with him and raise a family with him. It is a human experience that we have trouble putting into words. And so we try. We rationalize and then we say things that don't make sense. She completes me. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? It means I have a left arm and a left leg, and I'm looking for someone with a right arm and a right leg, and together we can make one. I mean, it's nonsense. What we're attempting to do is put into words the feelings we have towards another person or organization with the part of the brain that doesn't control language. And so we rationalize or make things up. We do the exact same thing at work. We talk about people who get it. And that guy, no matter how much data I show him, no matter how much information I give him, he just doesn't get it. What's it? How do we find people who get it before we do business with them to realize they don't get it? What we're attempting to do is put into words the feelings we have towards other people, this common set of values and beliefs, with the part of the brain that doesn't control language. This sense of belonging and the sense of community is so powerful. The example I love to give, and it freaks me out every time I talk about it. What's our most valuable possession on the planet? Come on, what's our most valuable possession on the planet? Our children, very good. So let's suppose you want to go out with your wife or with your husband and you need a babysitter. You have 2 options. Option number 1 is a 16-year-old from just down the street with barely, if any, babysitting experience. Option number 2 is a 32-year-old from you don't know from where. She just moved into the neighborhood and she's got 10 years of babysitting experience. Who do you choose? The 16-year-old. You choose the 16-year-old. You would rather trust your most valuable possession on the planet, your children, with somebody from within your community with no experience over somebody from outside, from you don't know where, with vast amounts of experience. Then why do we do it differently at work? Why are we so preoccupied with someone's CV and where they've worked and how long they've worked and how much money they made for our competitors? And yet we never think to ask what they believe, what they value. Can we trust you? Can you trust us? Leadership is the ability to stand on the street corner with your own red hat and simply talk about what you believe. Got a red hat? Got a red hat? Got a red hat here. And all the other people wearing red hats, whether they know their own why or not, whether they can see their own red hat or not, are eerily drawn to you. Because what you're able to do is put into words the way they see themselves. What you're able to do is put into words the values and beliefs that they hold dear, and they're drawn to you because they feel that they can trust you and they can start to form community around you. This is what leadership is. Leadership puts our own desires and our own values and our own beliefs into words. There's an inextricable link between leadership and communication. Those who lead are the ones who can clearly talk about what they believe, and those who can clearly talk about what they believe are the ones who lead.